We trust the police to protect us from the predators in our society. The blue uniform is supposed to represent justice, law, and safety. But in Limpopo, a highly respected police sergeant turned her badge into the ultimate weapon for greed. Now imagine a trusted family member offering to look after you. They help you fill out paperwork, they take care of your needs, and they smile in your face. But behind closed doors, they are placing a price tag on your life. They are counting down the days until an engineered accident takes you away just so they can cash a multi-million rand check. Now, this isn't a movie script. This is a reality of former SAPS Sergeant Rachel Kutumela. To her neighbors in Polokwane, she was an honorable law enforcement officer, but according to the state, she was the mastermind behind a ruthless family hit squad that orchestrated the murders of multiple victims for insurance payouts. As her high-profile trial unfolds in the Polokwane Magistrate Court, chilling new details are emerging about how a mother, a daughter, and a sister systematically traded human lives for luxury. Tonight, we step inside the docket of Mzansi's most shocking modern crime ring. How did a police officer bypass the system to secure 40 illegal insurance policies? And what was the final mistake that brought down her entire empire? Let's find out. To understand how Rachel Kutumela pulled off a multi-million rand scam for years, we have to look at the dark psychology of insurance fraud. In South Africa, funeral and life insurance policies are built on trust. Usually, you cannot insure someone else's life unless you have an insurable interest, meaning their death would cause you a financial loss. But Kutumela knew exactly how to manipulate the cracks in corporate insurance databases. Using her authority as a police sergeant, she targeted vulnerable individuals. Some were distant relatives, others were disabled members of the community, and some were people who simply trusted her because of her uniform. Without their knowledge, she began registering them for high-value life insurance and funeral covers across multiple major providers. She wasn't paying small premiums. She was investing thousands of rands every month to keep these secret policies active. In the world of true crime, this is known as a financial countdown. When a fraudster is paying out huge amounts of cash every month to maintain an insurance policy on someone else, they cannot afford to wait years for natural causes. They need a quick return on their investment. And this is exactly when the tragic, unexplained accidents began to happen. The deaths followed a horrific, repetitive pattern. Victims would suddenly be found dead in remote areas or reported as victims of hit-and-run vehicle accidents on dark Limpopo roads. Now, to a regular station officer, these look like standard tragic rural accidents. But when the specialized units finally stepped in, the forensic data revealed an impossible coincidence. Every single time one of these vulnerable individuals lost their life, Sergeant Rachel Kutumela was the very first person to show up at the insurance branches. She didn't look like a grieving relative. In fact, she looked like a corporate collector, armed with official death certificates and accident reports. She successfully claimed payouts totaling over 10 million rands. Now, they didn't go into a hidden offshore account. It flowed directly into a luxury lifestyle. Kutumela, alongside her daughter Flora Shokane and her sister Anna, began purchasing high-end properties, luxury vehicles, and living a life of absolute wealth in the open. They believed they were untouchable. After all, Kutumela was a cop. She knew how crime scenes were processed. She knew what questions detectives would ask. And she knew how to write a police report that closed an investigation before it even began. She thought she had designed the ultimate master plan. One thing I do know, though, is that greed always leaves a footprint. The turning point came when internal analysts at the insurance firms noticed a highly irregular anomaly. A single bank account belonging to a police sergeant, it was repeatedly receiving massive payouts for separate, unrelated deaths across the Limpopo province. The companies flagged the account and the Hawks launched a massive undercover operation. When the tactical units executed the raid on Kutumela's home, they uncovered a treasure trove of incriminating evidence. Inside the house, detectives found stacks of official identity documents belonging to living and dead citizens, forged signatures, and over 40 active insurance policy contracts that the victims never signed. This shockwave hit the nation immediately, and Kutumela was stripped of her badge and thrown into a maximum security cell alongside her daughter and her sister. They went from luxury mansions to cold concrete floors overnight. This week, the Polokwane Magistrate Court began a battlefield. Kutumela's legal team launched a desperate 3-day bail application based on what they claimed were new facts. They argued for their release, but the state senior investigator took the stand and dropped a hammer on the defense. The prosecutor presented ironclad evidence linking the family directly to the execution of the hits, proving they posed a massive flight risk and a danger to remaining witnesses. You guys, the case of Rachel Kutumela is a chilling reminder of the Rosemary Ndlovu era, proving that sometimes the most dangerous predator in the community isn't a street gangster, but the person wearing the badge of protection, even possibly a close relative. What do you believe is the biggest failure in our insurance verification system that allowed a single person to open 40 policies on other people without their consent? Let's open up the debate in the comment section below. And if you want to keep supporting deep, raw, faceless commentaries and documentaries on the real life mysteries shaping our region, make sure to hit that like button, share this episode with a friend, and subscribe to Mzansi Crime Docket. Thank you for watching, you guys, and we'll see you on the next video.